Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. And I want to point out tonight I'm trying something completely different. I say completely different. It's the same thing for a lot of this. But tonight I am broadcasting this live stream on both of my channels at the same time. Now, I don't know what kind of people will come from the other channel. I don't know what kind of people will be here from the primary channel. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to spread it out and get it out further into the world, I guess. There are probably people, I'm sure, that follow just my Joe Daddy's Workshop channel. I know that. And there are some that follow both channels. I know that as well. So anyway, this will be a new experience, and we're going to see how this works out. Let me go down the list here. We already have 27. Well, over here, 27. Boom, 25. Somewhere in that range. People showing up. We have Brian Francis checking in. Rick Stevenson. Clark Clifford is present. Good to know. Crash Rider is in from Southern Indiana. Brian Francis from Ohio. Jay Umden, or Umden, one of the two, Northwest Arkansas. Clark Clifford, very still in makeup. You haven't missed anything. Okay. Am so. I hate when two of my favorite shows have conflicting time slots. I just couldn't decide which one to watch. So I played rock, paper, scissors with myself, but all that did was start an argument. I understand that. Am so says hi all. Dave Conville checking in. Jerry Towler. Hi, Jerry. Glad you're here tonight. Jeff Reynolds, you're up late. I know that. Glad you're here. Sammy Alicia Smith, glad you're here. Blue Oval Fan Country. Shane from North California. Dave Moore checking in. Truck 1 LT. Harvey from Rally Cat Garage is here. Awesome. Nandu, I guess. I'm assuming Nandu is here. Brian W. And we even have Andrew from Grease Rookie Garage. So that's pretty good. Oh, look, we have Rusty's Mustang Garage. So yeah, lots of people here. And you know, it's been it's been a weekend. You know I've talked about it. Joe Pendola checking in from Massachusetts. Glad you're here, Joe. I know I talked about it, last week. Cooter Lev checking in. Glad you're here. I talked about it last week, some issues that my neighbors had, and the situation we ran into with his son and all that stuff. And so they had a service for him this past Saturday. And so I traveled up to Kentucky to be, participate in that service. So kind of a long, it's not a happy weekend, but definitely something that needed to happen for all of us, family, friends, those that are involved with the situation. So, still a sad situation, sad things have happened, but I'm going to drive on and keep moving forward. So let's see, Jerry Towler, the weather stripping. Oh, okay. You're talking about your trunk weather stripping is from Daniel Carpenter. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Nobody in 1966 is here. 777 Smitty. Hello, glad you're here. And we have Joe Peltola from Washington State. So we have Joe Pendola up here and Joe Peltola. That's good. Dave Conville, love the Corvette Museum piece. Did you get to tour the factory across the street, or is it still virus closed? Dave, I don't know. I did not even think about going to the factory. I didn't see many cars in the parking lot over there. So I didn't even think about it. I just took care and did the museum run, did the live stream there, and that was about it. I didn't have a whole lot of time to do different things. Schedule was limited. So I was happy that I was able to check in at the Corvette Museum. I've never been there before, and it was pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see. Jack W. checking in. Glad you're here. Jerry got the windshield in his 66 Mustang installed and caulked. That's awesome. All right. So anyway, I'll just tell you that I drove up to Kentucky on Friday spent the weekend there. Actually, I have family that lives up there as well, so I was able to spend some time with my relatives, and did the thing, did the service and all. And so on the way up there, I realized that driving up through Tennessee from Georgia, I remembered Jerry is in Tennessee. So I sent him an email and I said, "Whereabouts are you in Tennessee?" And so we emailed back and forth a couple of times, and I, figured out where he was. And I decided, I'm already out of, the weekend is what it is, and I'm out of state. So I'm going to take a little time and go see Jerry. So that's what I did. Well, was it yesterday? I don't even know. Today's Monday, so it had to be yesterday. So I went on the way home. I stopped at the Corvette Museum, did a little live stream from there, took some pictures and stuff, and then traveled on to Jerry's house and Jerry's shop. And I spent a little time with Jerry and looking at his project and shot some footage that I'll probably try to make into a video, but I shot it all on my iPhone because I didn't think to take one of my better cameras with me, or one of my cameras that I'm used to. So I looked at it a little bit. It's a little bit shaky, but I'll try to get something put together and get that up at some point. So it was great seeing Jerry, spending some time talking with him. Nice guy, and enjoyed the conversation and checking out his shop and everything he was doing. That was really cool. Let's see. Brian liked the vet tour. Barry, Mrs. liked it more than I, just because she likes vets. Well, I'll give her a bell. I mean, you gotta like Corvettes. Maybe. I don't know. I'm a car person, car guy. It's not just Mustangs. It's not just Camaro or, I've talked about it before. I grew up in a junkyard. So I was around all kinds of different makes of cars, models of cars. I just appreciate cars. So, nothing wrong with Corvettes. It's a car. Pretty cool car, I must say. But Andrew, does the Corvette Museum have anything highlighting the sinkhole incident from a few years back? It does. And I talk about that a little bit on the video that I shot. I don't know if I was, because I asked them, I said, "Can I film in here?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." I didn't say, "Can I do a YouTube live stream?" I just said, "Can I film in here?" I said, "Sure." So as I was filming, I was trying to be, respectful for other people, keep them out of the shots, try to show what was going on with the different cars. And as I was doing that, I walked into the big TP building or whatever it is, where the collapse was. And they had repaired all that, of course, and then they had like an outline of where it had all collapsed. So there were two jagged outlines taped to their painted on the floor. One was where the sinkhole, I think, had caved in, and then another line was something else where the repair, I don't know, but it was two different lines, and I tried to highlight that in the video that I talked about. This is one line and this is the other. And then also offset from the center, there was a big pipe, like a 36-inch pipe with aluminum door on top of it with two windows that you could look down inside and see the bottom of what was the pit or the sinkhole. And it went down like 30 feet, and they had it lit up at the bottom. So that was kind of cool too, to see just how deep the thing was. Anyway, and the cars that were destroyed, man, they were really, really mangled. You think, well, it just fell into a sinkhole. No, these things, it's like they're just crushed. And one of them, I had video shot of the seat, the two bolsters on the seat were touching where it had crushed together. It was really a mess. Really a mess. Nobody a fan of any car fast enough to do something super in. Well, a fan of really just about any car. It doesn't have to be fast. I drove plenty of really slow poke cars. I drive one now, my little Ford Focus, and it's not fast, but it's, it does what it's supposed to do, gets me around, and hopefully keeps me from getting in trouble. I know when I drove my Suburban this past weekend, and I realized, hey, this Suburban can go really, really fast. I mean, I say really, really fast compared to the Focus. When I'm in the Focus and I hit 65 or 70 miles an hour, it's like everything is shaking and rattling. But I get in the Suburban and it's just like, I look down and go, oh, I'm doing 85. Oh, of course, on the interstates right now, the way people are driving, if you're not doing 80, or 85, some places it feels like you have to do 90 just to keep up with the flow, So, and there were still people out there acting fools and probably driving well in excess of 100 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic and just cutting people off. It was like, man, one guy almost took out a motorcycle, and I was not real happy about that, but nothing I could do. I was trapped in traffic. But Sammy Lisa Smith, Georgia's going to get some rain tonight. The power went off last night. This calls for a good night of sleep. Well, I hope so. I'm hoping that I'm kind of hoping it doesn't rain. I don't need rain right now. I have a goal tomorrow that I have to take care of, which would be better if it didn't rain. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain. Michael Law, Climb to Glory, right of the line, man, right of the line. Give me a belt for that. Cooter, you have shown you can get in trouble driving a go-kart. Amen to that. That is very, very true. I can definitely get in trouble just driving a go-kart. Boondocker checking in. Glad you're here. Jeff Reynolds, Barry, going with the flow is no excuse. Well, that's true. That is true. However, if you don't go with the flow, you're probably going to get people trying to run you off the road. It's pretty rough here in the States. Yeah, just different people can attest to that here. You got to keep moving, or you're going to get cut off, or somebody's going to get on your bumper and try to push you out of the way. It's bad in a lot of places. Mikey Hunts, favorite muscle car, favorite car to restore. That's a really tough question, because I've talked about, when you say muscle car, it can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. The muscle car era started with Pontiac GTO. Apparently, that's the technical time frame. And they progressed from there into different cars. Mopars and Mustangs and Camaros and Chevelles, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. But a favorite muscle car, I've said this before. I'm going to default back to some Studebakers. Studebaker was making production cars with superchargers on them. And to me, those were more muscle cars in the 50s than the muscle cars that actually were labeled in the 60s. So, 53 Commander, Studebaker Commander, 53, 54, one of the most beautiful cars in my mind ever. And I think it falls into the muscle car category when it has the supercharger on it. So, but otherwise, I would default to, and I'm torn between a Camaro and a Mustang, honestly, because I like them both. I've worked on both. I've worked on all kinds of stuff. I'm probably more adept right now at Mustangs, so I'll default to Mustangs for this answer. I want to do a 69 Mach 1. I want to buy a 69 Mach 1 that needs restored and put it all back together and build it my way. I may not build it stock, but I'll build it to where, I want to build it. But I still like to keep it look as, stock as possible. But I would say, 69 Mach 1, maybe even a 70, but a 69. Let's see, Marshall. Got the headlights straightened out this weekend with help of your video. Almost done with the metalwork. Almost. Thanks for the vid. You're welcome. You're welcome. Nick Pixel TV checking in. Glad you're here. Glad you're here, Nick. As I said earlier, I'm doing this broadcast on both my channels. So if I would say if somebody's here from the other channel, and if they have a comment, by all means, make a comment, just so I know you're here. If you want to say that you're from, the other channel, that'd be great. If you have a question, that's fine too. That's great. I know I'm probably going to try to have somebody on tonight. I know we had talked earlier or late last week. We had sent some emails back and forth, and I think either he's going to, I think it's sketchy. Okay, so I'm going to send him a link here in just a few minutes as we get caught up on everybody here, and then I'll get Sketchy on. Okay. So Mikey says 69 Mach is awesome. Good call. Yes, I agree with that. David Stepp. Hey, Barry. Just drove from Virginia to Oakland. Wow. That sounds like a long drive. I'm sure that was. And then we have Sketchy Ride checking in. Cool. All right. So let me get my invite going. I will send this to Sketchy Ride, and we'll have him on here in a little bit. Get him up in the background and ready to go. All right. Now I did notice early in the comments that were coming through, Kevin Dollar checking in. Glad you're here. Early in the comments, I had a question from Brian Francis. Okay. Now Brian says he's been looking at affordable primer guns. What would you buy? That's a good question. I can tell you, well, I have a couple different options or ideas. Years ago, when I was starting to do some work here at the shop, at my home shop, I talked to my PPG guy, and I said, "Look, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on paint guns. What can I use?" Well, I'll just show you. I still have the box with the what's the word? I can't think of the word. With the containers, I can't think of the word. Anyway, this is an ATD 6900 kit, right? It comes with, let's see if it breaks it down. It's a 9-piece HVLP gun set, stainless needle, blah, blah, blah. And the point is, this kit came with 3 guns. It comes with this little gun, which is like a touch-up gun. The cups. Yeah, cups. They're cups. All right. So it comes with this little gun with a small cup. It's like a touch-up gun, right? Then it came with, I believe this one is the primer gun, the purple gun. All right. And then I think the red gun was for base coat, if I remember correctly. This kit was like $99. My PPG guy told me specifically that a lot of guys at the body shop, they'll buy one of these kits, they'll paint with it for a year, and then toss it and get another kit. They'll wear it out in a year. So if you're just looking at something simple and basic, one of these kits probably do exactly what you need. The other option that I would say is I've been using this gun, and this is the Black Widow HVLP gun from Harbor Freight. These list at like $210, and I got these for $150 each on sale or with a coupon. And there was one is for like primer, and the other one is a top coat gun. And then I have a separate gun that I use for clear coat. But I'm just letting you know if you're looking at these. I've shown videos with this, and I've shown you've seen me spray with the other guns too. Looks like my feed is kind of lagging, at least what I'm seeing on the on my screen. I hope it's not lagging for everybody out there. Let's see. I got some more comments coming in. Jordan checking in. Glad you're here. Austin Baxter. Hopper, I think that could work. You could say Hopper. Truck One. I found a local race shop that said they will take a look into building the frame section for my fastback. Well, that's good. That's good. Sammy Lisa Smith, you are great no matter which channel people watch. Rock on. Oh, thank you. let's see, Jerry. So I see you. Okay, 5 watching with no comments other than mine. All right, so that's looks like there's a lot more. There's a lot more comments coming through. Maybe it's just lagging because I'm trying to do 2 feeds, and this may not be a good idea. I may have to stop streaming on both of them. I don't know if it works. Mikey, Jeff is saying good question. Like Barry, my favorite is both Mustang and Firebird. Out of respect for the 65, 66, a Firebird F body to restore. Definitely era. All right. You're hearing a washing machine in the background? I hope not. Yeah, I think I may have to. I don't know if it's working doing both streams. I may have to see. I may have to stop it on the other one. I don't know why it's lagging so much. Can anybody tell me if it's lagging on you? I don't know how to do this. I may just have to stop the second stream because it's not doing so well. So it was an experiment. So I'm going to say, if you're here from the workshop channel, I apologize. I don't think this is going to work. I'm thinking I have to stop that other stream. Let me see if I can do that. I'm going to have to stop it. So sorry. I'm going to drop the other stream.